The biggest philosophical questions we may never answer. Since the beginning of time, humans have looked at the stars and wondered about the mysteries of life. We have asked questions that seem simple but have no clear answers. These are the questions that keep philosophers awake at night. They are the deepest puzzles of existence, and no matter how hard we try, we may never solve them. Today, we explore the biggest philosophical questions that may remain unanswered forever. Why is there something instead of nothing? Look around you. The world is full of things: trees, mountains, people, stars. But why does anything exist at all? Why isn't there just nothing? This is one of the oldest questions in philosophy. Some say the universe was created by a god. Others believe it came from nothing by pure chance. Science tells us about the Big Bang, but it doesn't explain what came before it. Maybe there was never a beginning. Maybe the universe has always been here. Or maybe we will never know. Do we have free will? Every day we make choices. We decide what to eat, where to go, who to love. But are these choices really ours? Some philosophers argue that everything we do is determined by past events, like a chain of causes and effects that started long before we were born. If that's true, then free will is an illusion. Others say that even if the world is governed by laws, we still have the power to choose. This debate has no easy answer. If our actions are not truly free, then what does that mean for responsibility and justice? What is consciousness? You are reading these words right now. You are aware of yourself, your thoughts, your feelings. But what is this awareness? Why do we have it? Scientists can study the brain and see how it works. But they still don't know how electrical signals in our heads create the experience of being alive. Some say consciousness is just a trick of the brain. Others believe it is something deeper, something that science cannot fully explain. If we ever understand consciousness, will we still be human, or will we become something else? Is there life after death? Death is the one thing every living being must face. But what happens after? Religions offer many answers: heaven, hell, rebirth. But without proof, we can only wonder. Some say death is the end, that our consciousness simply stops. Others believe in souls that live on. Science cannot yet tell us what happens when we die. Maybe we will never know until it happens to us. And if death is truly the end, does life have meaning at all? What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? Is there a purpose? Or is life just a random accident? Many people search for meaning in religion, work, love, or art. But no one can say for sure what the true meaning of life is. Some philosophers say we must create our own meaning. Others believe the question itself is pointless. If the universe is vast and uncaring, does our existence matter? Or is meaning something only we can give to ourselves? Does God exist? For thousands of years, humans have believed in gods, spirits, and higher powers. But is there any proof? Some say the complexity of the world points to a creator. Others argue that belief is just a comfort against the unknown. Science has explained many things once thought to be miracles, but it cannot prove or disprove the existence of God. If God is real, why is there so much suffering? If God is not real, what does that say about morality and purpose? Are we alone in the universe? The universe is unimaginably vast. There are billions of stars, and many of them have planets. Could there be other life out there? If so, why haven't we found it yet? Some say intelligent life is rare. Others believe aliens have already visited us. The truth is, we may never know. If we are alone, does that make us special? Or is it proof that life is just a fleeting accident in a silent cosmos? What is time? We measure time with clocks, but what is it really? Some say time is like a river, always flowing forward. Others believe past, present, and future all exist at once. Science tells us time can bend and stretch, but no one knows why we experience it the way we do. Is time real? Or is it just an illusion of our minds? If time is not what we think, then what does that mean for our lives? Why is there suffering? Pain and sorrow are part of life. But why? If the world is ruled by a loving God, why do bad things happen? If the world is random, then suffering has no reason at all. Some say suffering teaches us lessons. Others say it is simply part of existence. This question has no easy answer. Maybe suffering is the price we pay for being alive. What is reality? How do we know the world is real? What if we are living in a dream or a computer simulation? Some philosophers say we can only trust our senses, but our senses can be fooled. Science describes reality with laws and particles, but does that mean we truly understand it? Maybe reality is not what it seems. Maybe we will never know for sure. These questions have puzzled humans for centuries. They may never be answered. But perhaps the search for answers is what makes us human. Perhaps the mystery itself is the point. As long as we keep asking, we keep thinking, wondering, and growing. And that, in itself, is a kind of answer. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the biggest questions we may never solve. If you like thinking about these ideas, don't forget to explore more philosophy with me here at Letters to Seneca. Keep questioning, keep wondering, because the search for truth is what makes life meaningful.